point where you make up your mind is where your life changes. That's where a poor man becomes a rich man. That's it. That's where failure changes to success. It is your decision, not your condition, that determines your destiny. Whatever you are seeing and hearing, I promise you will not live your life the same. Leadership is not a day's job, it's a daily job. It takes time to change the mindset. The human mind functions like a camera, and any image that is established on the film or memory card is what is printed out for you on the postcard. Whatever picture. That point where you make up your mind is where your life changes. That's where failure changes to success. It is your decision, not your condition, that determines your destiny. I promise you, where you're getting your best results will always lean towards your unique ability. Ultimately, what you focus on will define your identity. It will move from, I can't do this, I don't have this, to I am not this. It doesn't take long for I don't have money to become I am poor. What you focus on ultimately will shape your sense of identity, because what you believe is what you become.
Whenever Dr. Sam speaks, your mind is going to be blown. Nothing less than what he always delivers.
He still doesn't run out of inspiration. Every time you listen to him, you are still inspired.
He's been doing this over many years. It's like he doesn't age doing it.
Just by mere meeting him, he has shifted my capacity.
Energetic, engaging, and filled with a lot of revelation and information that can change your life and move us from where we are now to the next level. Dr. Sam Adeyemi is the real deal.
It is when we find ourselves in very difficult circumstances, impossible circumstances, that actually is when our best potentials are released. We're tougher than the tough times.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Shift Conference. Before I say anything, please can we put our hands together for Dr. Sam Adeyemi.
I was on a salary of 30,000 naira a month, and I asked myself, Gabriel, what else can you do to earn 30,000 naira a month? If I can sell one truck of diesel, I'll make 30,000 naira a month. When you have a strategy, you implement it.
You must be intentional about building strategic relationships. The power that you have is not absolute in the space, because you must control the space to work, to support you, to deliver value. Hard work is good. I didn't say don't work hard, but working smart is better. Working smart is about maximizing productivity using every resource that is available to you.
Your mindset is like a compass. If it's off just a little bit, it's going to take you a lot of time to reach your goals. See, money is a tool. And so what I realized is if a person can change their priorities around their money, they could change their outcome. If they can change their mindset around their money, they could change their money outcome. Our financial outcomes is a derivative of our money behaviors.
You cannot travel within and stand still without. When you see cannot, that's riding on the principle. If I could push the inside, the outside is designed to do everything possible to catch up with it.
It gives us great pleasure to unveil to you, reveal to the world for the first time, his latest book titled Shifts. Ladies and
Circle Group. While I was going through your message, I went through the 40 days research program. Between then and now, I've seen a lot has changed. All because, some of your messages, some of your leadership words, encouragement on how we should follow procedures. Some of these things, the way you talk it, you make it seem as if it's not difficult.
I went back to the 40-day research. So in one of it, that if I start thinking about being a victim or anything, it's not going to help me and it's not going to help my employer as well. So every day when I'm driving to work, I play each of those things. And it has really helped me. Wow. Oh, it has helped me. Wow. I found out that the way I see myself has really, really changed.
I immediately joined Circle and started the 40-day reset. It has been absolutely life-changing for me as far as a mindset shift that I didn't know I needed.
It's a very wonderful mental reset. If you're just joining in here and you have not tried that, please just go and check it out. I can promise you will come back and testify.
I joined the Circle Group
That point where you make up your mind is where your life changes. That's where a poor man becomes a rich man. That's it. That's where failure changes to success. It is your decision, not your condition, that determines your destiny. Whatever you are seeing and hearing, I promise you will not live your life the same.
Leadership is not a day's job, it's a daily job. It takes time to change the mindset.
The human mind functions like a camera, and any image that is established on the film or memory card is what is printed out for you on the postcard. Whatever picture it finds in your heart and mind is what.
Do you sense that this is about the time when you are going to make a big shift to the next level in your life? Well, the Shift Conference USA is going to be your launch pad. Saturday, the 13th of September, 2025, all roads lead to the College Park Marriott, Hyattsville, Maryland, and we're going to have the Shift Conference. General session 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., the VIP session 1:30 p.m. to about 4 p.m. This is going to be revolutionary. Of course, there's going to be the breakfast meet and greet for people in the VIP and founders levels, and launch comes with the VIP session in the afternoon. We're going to discuss entrepreneurship, and we're going to cover various aspects of success and leadership. Wow, big thanks to all of our partnership sponsors for making this conference possible. Now, this conference is going to be oversubscribed within a short time because we have a long wait list. Register right away and see you on September 13th. This is a shout out to all of our sponsorship partners for the Shift Leadership Conference USA holding at the College Park Marriott, Hyattsville, Maryland on September 13. We'd just like to say a big thank you to you because practically everyone attending has their attendance subsidized because of the level of excellence we are able to execute. Also, you're making it possible for us to bring in college undergrads and high school students on full scholarship. Thank you. Thank you, because in our community, we believe that leadership is simply ability to influence one or more people to achieve great goals. So everyone can lead, but most people don't know it, don't develop their influence, and never use the influence. Thank you for making this possible. Our world is getting better. Thank you. This is a shout.
That point where you make up your mind is where your life changes. That's where a poor man becomes a rich man. That's it. That's where failure changes to success. It is your decision, not your condition, that determines your destiny. Whatever you are seeing and hearing, I promise you will not live your life the same.
Leadership is not a day's job, it's a daily job. It takes time to change the mindset.
The human mind functions like a camera, and any image that is established on the film or memory card is what is printed out for you on the postcard. Whatever.
My experience was great.
This event was a fantastic event. It shifted me to the next level. Excellence, content was really, really powerful.
I enjoyed every minute of Shift. It was amazing, transformative. I particularly enjoyed Dr. Sam's session.
This was a world-class conference. I don't think I was really ready for the transformation that really happened in the room. All the speakers were so amazing.
My experience at the Shift conference was honestly mind-blowing. It's a blessing, honestly, to be here, and I'm really glad I've been able to participate in this year's Shift conference.
Shift.
That point where you make up your mind is where your life changes. That's where failure changes to success. It is your decision, not your condition, that determines your destiny.
I promise you, where you're getting your best results will always lean towards your unique ability. Ultimately, what you focus on will define your identity. It will move from I can't do this, I don't have this, to I am not this. It doesn't take long for I don't have money to become I am poor. What you focus on ultimately will shape your sense of identity, because what you believe is what you become.
Whenever Dr. Sam speaks, your mind is going to be blown. Nothing less than what he always delivers.
He still doesn't run out of inspiration. Every time you listen to him, you're still inspired.
He's been doing this over many years. It's like he doesn't age doing it.
Just by mere meeting him, he has shifted my capacity.
Energetic, engaging, and filled with a lot of revelation and information that can change your life and move us from where we are now to the next level. Dr. Sam Adeyemi is the real deal.
When we find ourselves in very difficult circumstances, impossible circumstances, that actually is when our best potentials are released. were tougher than the tough times.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, and maybe good morning at your end, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the Leadership Live, right? And yes, I'm on the move, right? I'm on the move, so I had to do this from the car. All right. So thank you for joining us today. Wow, wow, wow. Sam 7 from Kumasi, Ghana. Thank you for being here again. Always here. Eto. This is always a global event, right? So you can just give us an idea where you're connecting from. But yes, I can see quite a number of regulars here, from the James Pupola show to Dr. Stephen, Enike Matthew, Tayoni. Good to see you all. Yes, I know Dr. Stephen connects from Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah. Welcome. We are a community of leaders, of people that value leadership and leadership development from all over the world. Oh, Dr. Ibrahim, great. Amazing. Good to have you here. Joining us from Ottawa, Canada. Amazing. And Oluwapomile Rebecca from the UK. Eto is joining from Port Harcourt. And Adewale from Lagos. God's Own from Bayelsa State. Janet Parker from Indiana. That's amazing. Thank you. Good to see you. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Minstrel from Kwara State, Ajiboye from Lagos. Wow. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. So, okay, so in our community, leadership is not essentially occupying a position that is higher than other people. It is the ability to influence one or more people to achieve goals. And we start the influence from here. When you define leadership by position, it's limited to only a few people. So most people just sign out. They don't even want to be part of the discussion. How many people will be presidents in their lifetime when we have maybe about 200 countries in the world, right? Even expand it to governors and prime ministers, and so on, and premiers. Few people. But once you define leadership as influence, then it happens at all levels. Thank you, Kaide from Australia. Wow, yes, so many people joining us from all over the world here. Onyekachi from Benin City. Bridget from Milton Keys, England. Adekunle from Lagos. Joshua from Abuja. Wow. Thank you. You're here to learn. Olaleko, thank you. Marcos from Lagos and Christopher Ibado, Emmanuel Lagos, Daniel Lagos. Yes, of course. So many from Lagos. Dr. Laleko is actually from Toronto, Canada. Darlington is in Port Harcourt. And Grace is in Canada. Wow. From all over the world. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't go through all the names, as you understand, right? David from Lagos, Ifeolu, Lagos, Adekunle, Lagos, Sunday, Oshogo, Nigeria, Ministers of Fire International Ministry, Rome, Italy, Amazing. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You clicked on the link, was not open, so you could send your email. I'm sorry about that. But gratefully, at least you're joining us on YouTube, right? Thank you. Can we do something? Can you please help to forward the link to this discussion? We're discussing the qualities of a leader, right? We started this discussion several weeks back, and we've been picking quality after quality because from my experience, the book that launched me into the leadership space, should I say, the author listed the qualities of a leader and said, whoever you are, you have some of these qualities already. At a time when I was not really sure that I was leadership material, said you have some of the qualities already. The ones you don't have, you can cultivate. And that was a turning point for me because I realized I had some of the qualities. So as we discuss the qualities, you will see you have some of them already. The ones you don't have, then you make it your personal development goal to develop the qualities, right? Before we get into the discussion, can you please share the link to this discussion right now? Share, invite someone in. You just never know. It may be the best investment anybody ever made in their lives because we really don't know who's going to be a president tomorrow or a governor, CEO of an organization. At least most people are going to be leaders in families, right? So this is a worthwhile investment in someone's life. Thank you for joining us. Iniolua from Lagos, and Ikeolua from Lagos, and Chidima is in Lagos, and Piao is in Lagos, and Joseph is in Ota, which is also close to Lagos. Kainde, thank you for joining us all the way from Australia. Amazing. And David from Cyprus, right? Dorothy from Glasgow, Scotland. Amazing. Yes. It's amazing. It's a global event, right? Blessing, thank you for joining us from the USA. And Solomon from Accra, Ghana. David from Imo State, thank you for joining us, right? Okay. We are excited on our team right now, okay, because we're preparing for 3 events at the same time. And the first one is actually end of next week, Saturday of next week, and it's the Shift Leadership Conference. That's our big leadership conference. We're having only 2 this year. We had one in February in Lagos. It was huge. It was humongous at the Eco Holiday, right? Eco Hotel and Suits. Eco Hotel and Suits. And it was just so powerful. The only other one for this year is holding at the College Park Marriott, Hyattsville, Maryland, next week, Saturday. That's the 13th of September. If you are anywhere in the USA or North America, Canada, it will be massively worth your while to show up at this conference. I promise you. It will be a life-changing experience. It will be a worthwhile investment, not just expense, investment, even if you have to cut a ticket and fly down. Let me say this straight up. Most of our business, most of the work we do is with leaders in the C-suite. COO, CEO, CFO, CXO, CTO, right? Leaders in senior management. Now, of course, we have other platforms that God helped us to build, like the Daystar Leadership Academy, and then our other organizations. We've been on radio, we've been on TV, we run conferences, and with that, we address everybody. However, our greatest investment right now are with leaders at the highest level in government, in businesses, and in NGOs. So when we run the Shift Conference, we create a special session for people in that category. We call it the VIP session. So we have the general session that runs from 10 a.m. to about 1 p.m. We have a 30-minute break. Then we go into this VIP session. where we discuss strategic leadership. At the general session, yes, our speakers get to talk, but you can't ask any questions. At the VIP session, that's where we can ask questions because we have leaders, they are dealing with real issues, serious issues, right? So whatever it will take, right? As a leader, first, it's good for you to come with your team into the general session. But then we need you in the VIP session, in the VIP room. I'm happy to announce 2 years ago, we had our leadership conference at the same venue, the College Park Marriott. We had the conference right there at the same venue with about 600 people there present. It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was lovely. I took all the sessions. I spoke all through. This time around, I got people to join me. I just want to expand the value in amazing ways, right? Listen, each of the speakers is worth all the investments you make in this conference. Just each of them. Alicia Little, for example, the queen of AI, she will demonstrate to you, whoever you are, whatever it is you're doing, she will demonstrate how you can use AI to crash what you will do in 4 days into 4 minutes. You'll be amazed. Anybody can apply the things she teaches. Alicia speaks all over the world. She addresses executives, she coaches executives. At the same time, she speaks to the average person, right? Early career person. She's a fantastic communicator. And what she is personally doing with AI will blow your mind. What she's helping our clients to do will blow your mind. Right? I watched one of her videos on YouTube, and she was talking about how she had a conversation with a client. She asked some questions. The client was dropping some gems. So she was recording. And then after the conversation, which lasted 9 minutes, she instructed AI to transcribe what the client said and to create an ebook out of it, right? And she said everything took 4 minutes. And then she called the client and said, all those 3 C's of this, 4 P's of that you were saying, I have an ebook ready for you from the conversation. Would you like to see it? It's amazing, right? So you even don't want to miss that because your career depends on it. Your future depends on it. My depends on what we're going to do with AI, period, right? Nobody's running away from this. So Alicia's session is going to be just explosive. And then we have Segun Otulano. Amazing gentleman, right? Amazing gentleman who did college in Alabama, then worked a little, then began to try his hands on businesses. Anyway, one of the businesses grew, and he sold the business for $1.25 billion in 2021. I want to listen to him. And actually now his passion is helping startup entrepreneurs to build their businesses to the $1 billion mark, right? Oh my God, I want to listen to him. Cedric Nash, who spoke at the Shift conference in Lagos, is a multimillionaire IT consultant, and he's been investing in real estate since he was in college. So now he has loads of them, residential properties, commercial properties, and so on. And he's coming to speak to us on how to shift our mindsets for financial success. And then, of course, I'll be speaking. Oh, my God. Now, a lot of people have been asking, can we join online? Will it be streamed? Yes, watch out for the announcement on that because our team is working on that. We got so many, we just got so many requests on that. So we're working really, really hard on that. Thank you, everyone who's joined us. And I can see in the comments, so many people from Nigeria, from Australia and Canada, right? From Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire. Oh, this is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. This is truly a global event. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. My friend Ann Bruce in California said Shifts is my favorite book of 2021. Absolutely, yes. Look, if you register for the VIP session, you're getting an autographed copy of Shift from me. Right? Yes, if you're in the VIP session for the Shifts conference, I am giving you an autographed copy of Shifts. In any case, and everyone who comes there will be able to acquire one or buy one at the conference. Powerful, right? If you know anyone, especially in the DMV area, drag them into that conference. All right, reach out to them. You can even register on their behalf. They need to be there. Okay, let me mention shift-conference.com. Shift, singular, not plural, not shifts. Shift-conference.com. That's the site for the conference, and you'll see the tickets on 3 levels. There is the general session, like I said. Then you will see the founder's ticket. Then you see the VIP. Let me say again, VIP comes with lunch in the afternoon. It will be a strategic session. I'm going to do 30 minutes on strategic leadership that is revolutionary. And then we'll do a panel discussion and all the speakers will be there to answer questions, right? Anyway, an added plus for VIP, there's a meet and greet breakfast, right? Meet and greet with me 1 hour before the general session starts, very early in the morning, right? We'll be able to meet and interact, and then you'll be able to network with other people. Now, you can register for the general session, and if you can't make the VIP session, then get the founder's ticket, and that will bring you into that meet and greet. So you'll be able to interact with all the people that signed up for the VIP session. That's powerful, isn't it? Because our clients say the VIPs, the networking, they say that's where they make their money back, from the relationships that they make at our events. Amazing. All right. As you can see, I'm really excited. By the way, have you gotten your copy of Shifts? 6 Steps to Transform Your Mindset and Elevate Your Leadership? Whoa, revolutionary book. It's on Amazon. So you can go on Amazon right now, or Barnes & Noble, or Porchlight, right? Or if you're subscribed to a major bookshop in your country, go on their website. You will see Shifts there because it was published by Wiley, a major global publisher, and the book is available worldwide. If you're in North America, it's on Target. It's on the website of Walmart, right? Good. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let's talk about this confidence, right? Building confidence as a leader. Like I said, we're discussing the qualities of a leader. The qualities of a leader. The qualities of a leader. We've discussed several of them, like self-awareness, like empathy, right? We've discussed integrity. This one is so important, like the others. Confidence is trust. Confidence is the feeling that you can, the feeling of belief that you can rely on someone or something. The feeling or the belief that you can rely on someone or something. It means that you trust the person or the thing to deliver on their promises. So this confidence is just so important because when you look at the definition of leadership, we say it is the ability to influence one or more people to achieve goals. In fact, I think the first quality that we discussed was vision. The ability to see with your inner eye. I define vision as the ability to see people, places, and things not just the way they are, but the way they could be. So if you want, and that vision is a picture, right, of the future. Now, if you're going to achieve that vision, You need to learn to set goals, short-term, medium-term, long-term goals. You need to set targets for yourself, right? Now, the point is that you are not going to take the required actions to achieve that goal or target if you don't have belief that you can achieve the goal. If you don't have the confidence that you can achieve the goal. If, as a leader, remember, leadership is ability to influence. If, as a leader, you don't demonstrate confidence, you will spread your sense of lack of confidence, or should we say discouragement, through the whole of your team. So motivation will be flat or dead. In fact, it could go into the negative. So confidence, therefore, is a major requirement. It's a major requirement for the achievement of goals. So you've got to have that belief that you can, right? The belief that you can, the belief that you can lead, the belief that you can achieve goals, the belief that you can influence people. To develop confidence, let me give some little bits of advice, and then I will allow for some questions in the chat room. I think one of the first places to start in building confidence is in cultivating self-awareness. Now, I mentioned that word earlier because it's one of the qualities of a leader that we discussed before. Self-awareness. In other words, you need to know yourself. You need to know your strengths. You need to know your weaknesses. Talking about your strengths, we call them, now you will see one or two that we call your superpower, your genius, or your area of genius. You need to find that, because that area of genius is the area where you achieve extraordinary results. You put in effort like other people put in effort, but you just notice your own results are different. They're extraordinary. That indicates the presence of a gift. That superpower is a gift. It's a gift from the Creator. And a gift is something you did not pay for. Am I right? Every single person is talented. It's just that in life, in our world, we are conditioned to believe that some people are geniuses. And we believe that they are rare. You know, they are rare. It's just 1 in a million, right? That you find geniuses like that. People who are highly gifted, highly talented. Look at what happens on the football field or the soccer field. It's the same thing. Let's say the soccer field, for example. So you have 22 people running around after a leather ball, right, on the field. And then you have sometimes 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 people watching as spectators. That's the way some people view life. Only few people are destined to be special. The rest of us are destined to be common, destined to be ordinary. But look at your design. Come on, look at your design. Because what gives us a sense of value of anything is the law of demand and supply, right? When supply is more than the demand, our perceived value of that thing goes down. But when the demand is more than the supply, our perceived value of the thing goes up. But you have to remind yourself, you know, once and again, you have to remind yourself that you are rare. You are rare, rarer than gold. There's only one of you. There are about 8 billion of us on the planet right now. And the billions that died already, and the billions more that will live in this world before it disappears. And there has never been, there isn't, and there'll never be another person that will be exactly you. Your fingerprint is different from that of everybody else. That's why we use it for biometrics right now. So you are rare, you are unique, you're special. And you need to find out, right? Find out what those gifts are, what those talents are. Yeah, self-awareness, that's where confidence starts from. Like, some of us are wired for music, right? And you could just have a unique voice. Of course, you will not know, but you just find out you have this love for music, you have this love for singing, you're singing. It is when people begin to hear you that they begin to show surprise. You know, is that you? Oh my God, your voice. Wow, you've got a special voice, and so on. And then if you now turn that talent into a skill, right? You do some training and you take the quality higher and higher and higher and higher. The whole world then has to listen to you. Self-awareness. Now, the more you use the gift and the more you see the impact on people, the more you see the outsized results that you get, right? The more your belief in yourself grows. This is important, right? So I'm saying for a leader, cultivating confidence is important, and it starts with self-awareness. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, and don't play in the areas of your weaknesses. Play in the areas of your strength, right? Play to your strength. Be self-aware of what you carry. Be self-aware of your value, of what you bring to the table, right? Very important. To increase the accuracy of your awareness, seek for feedback from other people, right? Listen to other people. Ask people, who do they think you are? What do they think you have, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Sometimes you have a gift or a talent, but you are in an environment where it is not appreciated because it is not desperately needed. Wisdom should tell you that you need to move in the direction or into the environments where people are in desperate need of what you carry. That's what increases the appreciation for your gift, for your talent. This is important. You play soccer with your feet. You play basketball with your hands, right? So if your gift is in using your hands to play balls, don't go on the soccer field. They won't appreciate your value there, right? And the more you fail, the more your performance is mediocre, the more they will complain, and the lower your self-confidence is going. I hope that is clear, right? This is important. Okay, so even on the soccer field, some people are best with their right foot. Some others are best with their left foot. Some people are best as goalkeepers, right? And some are best as strikers that you put on the front line because they score goals. It comes to them naturally to score goals. Some people are best in the midfield. Wherever they want to put you in the wrong position requests a change, right? Because your performance is likely to be mediocre, and the more they complain about your performance, the lower your confidence is going to go. You get what I mean? So that's why the self-awareness is just so important, right? Good. I said something along the line. I hope you noted that. You need to acquire expertise. You need to acquire expertise. School is not a scam, or apprenticeship, right? It's not a scam. You need to commit to learning, and you need to make excellence your goal when it comes to cultivating expertise. Be the best in your field. Have you heard of the Pareto principle? We refer to it quite often here in our discussions, the Pareto principle. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Okay. Identify the 20%, right? And do more of that. Continually raise the quality of your work. It helps your confidence. What is the difference between an amateur and an expert? An amateur gets it right once in a while. An expert does not get it wrong consistently. It's the difference. When you practice and practice, you do it and do it and do it to the point where your results or your work is top quality on a consistent basis. So please value learning, value study, value apprenticeship, and continually cultivate your skills to the level of expertise. Become an expert in whatever it is that you are doing. Let me issue here a warning before I take some of the questions in the chat room. Low self-esteem and insecurity, they are dangerous to the work of a leader. Low self-esteem is dangerous to the work of a leader. You know why? Once you feel inferior, it will make it difficult for you to empower other people, right? If you're going to influence people, we discussed empathy. You need to love them. You need to genuinely care for them. And you need to genuinely want them to succeed. Now, if your self-esteem is low, if you have low confidence in yourself, if your belief about yourself is negative, the success of the people you are leading is going to be a threat to you. It's going to be an emotional or psychological threat. And that's a big problem. Leadership is not going to happen there. Right? You want to help them to cultivate their potential to be the best that they can be. So insecurity is a big problem because sometimes we see leaders that have it around the world in different spaces, maybe in the business space or in government, and you find that what they are actively doing is cutting other people down. So that's why this topic is just so important, right? That we build confidence. If you're going to build confidence, you need to develop the right attitude to failure. That's one other thing I'll add. We never have enough time, right, to discuss all the possible points or dimensions. But I just hope the few that we are dropping here will be very, very useful for each of us. Have a correct attitude towards failure. When our level of confidence is low, when we make mistakes, our interpretation of it tends to be very negative. In fact, we personalize the failure, right? It was the project that failed. It was the attempt that failed. But before long, we are seeing ourselves as failures. It's like, I knew it. That's how always it is for me. Why is my own life like this? Good news. Everybody's life is like that. Who do you know whose life is perfect? They say the grass always looks greener on the other side of the fence. It looks. It looks. If it is actually greener, they removed some weeds from it. Nobody's life is perfect because our world is not perfect. Failure is normal. It's normal for you to try something again and again and again before you get it right. Who was born into this world with perfection? None, right? We all make mistakes. So the assumption that other people's lives are better than ours, other people are better than us, that's low self-esteem at work, right? So take that as a challenge. Have you noticed They don't have two heads. They have one like you. They don't have four hands. They have look. If anybody's life is special, it's because they made it special. The starting point is this. Nobody is better than you on this planet. In terms of intrinsic value, the Creator did not make anybody better than anybody else. You are as good as them. If you see anyone performing at the best level, highest level on this planet, you are as good as them. You are as valuable as them. Never make the mistake of allowing a negative self-image, allowing a negative picture about yourself to be sustained in your mind. Destroy that picture. What I'm asking you to do is self-leadership. This is self-leadership. We said vision is critical to leadership, and vision is ability to see people, places, and things, not just the way they are, but the way they could be. The first person you need to see, not just the way the person is, but the way the person could be, is you. Fight those mental battles, okay? If you're a person of faith, like myself, pray about it. Ask for the help of the Creator to destroy negative pictures from your mind and to get positive pictures. Hello. No one is better than you intrinsically on this planet. You are as good as anybody else. You have to start from there. Believe. That's where confidence stands from, right? We said it is belief. You are capable. You're more powerful than you think you are. And if you did not hear me correctly, I'll say it again. You are a genius. Say that to yourself. Even if it sounds funny, even if it sounds like a lie, say it again and again and again and again and again, because confidence comes from what you see and hear consistently over time. This is important. And that's where I'm going to land this discussion on. How do you build belief? How do you get to believe something? If you hear something over and over again, whether it is true or it's a lie, if you hear it long enough, it will shift your thinking and you will believe it. So change what you're hearing, change what you're seeing. If you hang around negative people and all you're hearing is, oh, things are bad, things are terrible, everything is collapsing, there's no way you're going to build confidence from that, right? Then hang around positive people. So I said, you need to interpret failure correctly. Do you know how much organizations spend on research and development every year? Billions of dollars. Billions of. Do you know what happens? They fail a lot. A lot of that money is burnt. Almost every one of those drugs, those medicines that you take, that's how they develop them. They'll be testing and testing, trying and trying, testing and testing until eventually they get it right. That's life. That is life. So when you really look at it, you cannot define success without failure. There is no success without failure. And once you accept that, then what do? And you fail faster. Fail faster, fail more, fail quickly, so that the failures can get out of the way and you can get to the success, right? Never internalize failure. The fact that something failed, the project failed, does not make you a failure. Separate the two. There's a difference between failure as a person and failure as an event. But remember, this is where I'm landing my point. You want to build belief. What you see and hear consistently over time matters. Think back over your childhood. Reflect over the environments that you were raised in and the impact that has had on your confidence as a person. Now be more intentional. Come on, be more intentional about what you see, about the movies you watch, about the videos you watch, about what you read on the internet. Be more intentional. Thank you for being a part of this live event. If you hear us over and over, even after this session, you go back to the video, you watch it again. It's just a matter of time, right? Your confidence will soar. It will build up. Okay? Get your copy of Shifts, 6 Steps to Transform Your Mindset and Elevate Your Leadership. The basic principle that runs through that book is whatever you see and hear consistently over time, it will enter your heart and put your life on autopilot. Yes. Okay, so if you're asking, yes, the book is available in audio format. every platform where they sell audiobooks, you see it there because it was produced by the largest audiobook production company in the world, right? So you can get the audio copy of Shift right away. Right away. The e-copy is also there on the digital platforms, which you can download immediately. If you're in Nigeria, you can get Shifts from Roving Heights Bookshop. If you go on Instagram, just find their page and ask them how to get the book from them at Roving Heights. At Roving Heights. And if you're anywhere near Ikeja in Lagos, Nigeria, go to Daystar Christian Center. There's a bookshop on the premises, Family First Bookshop, and you can get the book from there. Fantastic. Okay. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you either in person or online at the Shift Leadership Conference coming up next Saturday, the 13th, next week Saturday. I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors. We had amazing sponsors at the Shift Conference in Lagos. Now we have some amazing sponsors who are supporting us, making it possible for us to run this conference with excellence. You are making phenomenal investments, right? Where the head goes, that's where the rest of the body goes. When you invest in the cultivation of leaders, you are literally changing the world. So I just want to say a big thank you. Oh, let me add very quickly, we are offering scholarships for college undergrads and high school students. So we have 50 seats available, right? We have 50 slots available, full scholarship, 100% scholarship. You won't have to pay anything if you're a college undergrad. And this is for people in the USA, right? Yes. So if you go on the website, shift-conference.com, just keep scrolling down. You will see the link for you to apply for the scholarship. If you have a child, if you, if you know anyone, any young person who falls into that category, you can guide them, help them to register very quickly before the 50 slots are exhausted. One thing though, you need to come to the venue with your ID. You need to come to the venue with your ID so that we can be very sure, right, that this is authentic. Exactly 1 week after the Shift Conference, we have the Business and Leadership Accelerator Roundtable coming up at Calgary in Canada. This is a much smaller group. See, those leaders that we have at the VIP at Shift, it's only for them, only 20 to 25 people. And right now, I think we have 5 seats left or so in Calgary. Thank you, Calgary. You guys have been amazing. Registration has been really fast and the room is almost full. So if you want to join us, we're going to be together the whole day, right? Yes. We're discussing rapid growth, accelerated growth principles. They are powerful. And within a year, we're going to have amazing stories of growth. Some people's businesses or careers or finances are going to go times 10, some times 100, and some of those extraordinary ones times 1,000. And then October 6 to 9 will be at Dubai. October 6 to 9, Dubai. Our C-suite strategy retreat for founders and CEOs. This one, because we had to shift the date from July and then to October because of what was going on in the Middle East, it couldn't fit into the schedules of some people that are registered already. So we have some 2 or 3 seats left. This one is maximum 20 people, right? Maximum 20 people. Grab the seat. So if you want to find the link to all of these events, shortcuts, just go on my Linktree, right? linktr.ee/Sam Adeyemi. linktr.ee/Sam Adeyemi. It will take you to my Linktree and you will see the link to all of these events there and some other things that we have for you. Wow. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Nkechi from Canada. It's good to see you here. Yes. Thank you. Wow. Amazing. Thank you for all the comments, right? Now, do you have a question for me? Can you post the question in the chat room? I'll take some before we go. I know it's night already for some of us, so we don't want to keep us because there's work tomorrow. Good. First question. What can one do when one tries investing in knowledge, but you seem not to get commensurate results after executing? People seem to keep secrets from students who want specialized knowledge. Now, so I commend you first for seeking the knowledge, right? For investing in the knowledge. This training, for example, may seem to be free, but you invested your time. You're investing an hour. Now, time is your most valuable resource on this planet, right? So thank you for investing. And then perhaps you're also buying books, you're buying courses, attending seminars and conferences. And that is fantastic. Now you say you seem not to get commensurate results after executing. You know what I want to say? That is perfectly normal. That is actually normal. No, nothing extraordinary is happening yet. That is normal. Knowledge. We have two forms of knowledge when it comes to learning. So we have what we call explicit knowledge and we have tacit knowledge. Explicit knowledge and tacit knowledge. The explicit one, explicit, as you know, means it is easily recognizable. So that, how do I register for Shift, Emmanuel? Just type shift-conference.com. Shift-conference.com in your browser, and it will take you to the page where you can register. Thank you. Shift-conference.com. And please, everyone on this live event, please send that link, type it and send it, text it to everyone that you know in the USA and Canada and tell them they have to find their way there. Good. Thank you. Okay, so explicit knowledge, plain, open, easily recognizable. Those are the ones we capture in books, right? Then there's tacit. The tacit knowledge is difficult to write down because it changes from situation to situation, right? Let me give you an example. So after my National Youth Service, when I got my job, my first job as a civil engineer, I was the site engineer. After me was a site supervisor, and then there was an assistant site supervisor. Remember, I was freshly minted from school. And when I got on the site, one thing was clear to me from scratch. I knew more. I had more theoretical knowledge than the site supervisor and the assistant site supervisor. The site supervisor was old enough to be my dad. So I had more explicit knowledge than him. However, the site supervisor had more tacit knowledge than myself. He had worked on construction sites for decades. So I had to apply wisdom, like we say in Nigeria. I had to apply wisdom. There was no way behaving as if I knew it because they could get me stranded on that site. So that's what I want to say. See, when you apply the knowledge that you say you are applying, you are getting from your investments, right? From the books, from the seminars and so on. So that knowledge you are getting is explicit knowledge. However, the one that will actually work in your own context, in your own environment, in your own peculiar situation, that's tacit. And you're likely either to get it from a mentor in the same environment, similar situations, circumstances, or from your own attempts. This is important, right? I read a book. Let's say, for example, I applied something to my pastoring work. I read a book, The Purpose Driven Church, by Pastor Rick Warren in Saddleback, California. Profound. The principles I was looking for were there, for building systems, for attracting a crowd, and so on. However, when it got to application, I told myself, this is not California. Our church is in Nigeria, right? This is Nigeria. This is different. The people I'm dealing with are different. So there's a particular class that they will run for just a few hours on a Saturday at Saddleback. By the time I sensed the needs of the people I was leading, we developed 10 classes to produce equivalent results. So those are the things you learn in the process of attempting. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged at all that, when you did it exactly the way they said in the book, you know what, exactly like that. That's absolutely normal. That's absolutely normal. Your context is different. The terrain is different. I did civil engineering, right? So we can design a house. But when you get to the site, you find out the soil, there are different kinds of soils. There are different kinds. You may even be building in a swamp. Who knows? So the kind of foundation you will use there will be different, right? Yeah, those ones come from practice. However, see, once you try and you eventually get what works, that separates you from the crowd. That's what now makes you an expert in the subject. I hope that helps. Yeah, my answer was long, right? Like a seminar. But I hope that was really, really useful. Okay. All right. Let me read this. I am okay. Yes, thank you for highlighting it. I am self-aware, but I have a God-given dream and vision of establishing a leadership academy due to my passion for people and leadership just like you. How do I confidently start from my campus fellowship as the platform God asked me to? Oh, that's probably the best place to start. That is probably the best place to start. You know, when you develop the quality that we discussed today, confidence, you will start things without the certainty of the results. How did I start the Daystar Leadership Academy? Right? Once I got the inspiration, I saw this huge gap in terms of leadership all over Nigeria, all over Africa, on the global dimension. What did I do? I just got to the office. It was January of that year, and I said, we're starting a leadership school, but there's no way I can take all the classes. So I told our staff, I am going to teach you the first 2 hours every day. This January, it's leadership class, right? I'm going to teach you. I'm going to take, a course or two per day. I was developing the courses on the go. Yeah. Completed the one for today, then I would go and begin to study, and then have an outline ready by the next morning, and I would teach it. And then I was going like that until, we developed 16 courses. So yeah, just gather them. Start. The things you read from books, the things you get from here, things you get from YouTube, from our videos, from other sources, just structure them right. Those students, start with them. They're the best people for you to start with. When it comes to leadership training, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, I promise you, you will be glad you did. They will be spread all over the world doing amazing things. And when they share their stories, you will always be an important part of their story. Just start. How can I manage work and business, especially when the business is in a different location from the work? And I'm just starting the business. So in the first place, right, starting a business requires time, requires the investment of time and effort. So you need to manage your time. That's the investment that both aspects need. That's the first major resource or basic resource that they both need, your time. So you need to decide how much time your work needs and then see how much time extra you can get to devote in the business. That's important. What's your plan ultimately? Is your ultimate goal entrepreneurship? Because if it is, then building the business is inevitable for you, right? So yes. So then you devote as much time as you can and build it so you have a goal, right, of where it should get to when you will jump off the 9 to 5 job. We call it 9 to 5, right, in the US. Good. Then you just give yourself time until you get to that point. But the basic resource is time. I noticed you mentioned, the business is in a different location. Well, if you then need time for commuting, if it's going to be difficult, then you may need to hire someone and make that part of the cost of the building of the business. Yeah, if it is difficult for you to be physically present to be able to build the business, then obviously you need work from you need help from somebody else, and you may need to just pay a little bit of money to make that possible. I hope that helps. All right. Yeah, we don't want to hold you too long. I think I'll take one more question. Please, how can we enter the Inner Circle 40 days group, please? That's a good question, right? Honestly, if anybody wants to join our Inner Circle, that's the group of people that I meet with on Zoom once a month and who also meet with one another 24/7 because we have a platform on circle.so. So when you join our Inner Circle, the first thing we do is give you access to that platform on circle.so. Then you'll be able to interact with all the other people in the community. If you have any question, you can ask at any time, morning or night, and someone will help you to answer the question. All the special announcements we have and so on are there. Secondly, we give you access to our 40 days leadership reset program. I recorded 40 videos. They're not long though, 5 to 10 minutes each, 40 on various topics that have to do with your life. Powerful. That alone is powerful. And then all the monthly meetings I've been having with them are all loaded there on the platform. So you can actually listen to all it. It's phenomenal. How do you join? Please go on my Linktree. And like I said, I'm not sure this opportunity to join the Inner Circle will still be around for long. So this is the best time to join. So go on my Linktree, linktr.ee//Sam Adeyemi, like I said earlier on. linktr.ee/Sam Adeyemi. And you will see the link to the Inner Circle there. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you for asking. Daniel says, wow, on the go. Oh my God. Thank you so much for this. Thank you. Thank you so much for the compliments. Thank you. Louis is asking, how do I influence a group of people when it comes to a multinational group that makes someone feel inferior in their response to issues? Doing work cross-culturally, which many of us have to do now because it's a global world, right? So yes, you will come across some people who will believe that they are all these they're a bag of chips or more and all that, with a chip on their shoulder, feel they are superior to you. Now, this is important. Don't let other people's weaknesses trigger weakness from you. Respond, don't react. Respond, don't react. Stephen R. Covey says responsibility, being proactive, is one of the major habits, one of the 7 habits of highly effective people. Don't return pride for pride. Don't return hatred. Don't return hatred for hatred. Solve the problem of pride with humility, right? Don't let what they are doing get to you. They don't have the power to define who you are. You have the power to do so. So it's not your problem, it's theirs, right? Walk in love, right? If they refuse to see value in you, see value in them. But I'll tell you the one thing you must do. Do your work with perfection. Do your work with expertise. Do your work with excellence. With time, people will adjust their thinking about you. I hope that helps. David is asking, can I get a recorded session of this question and answer session? I would love to listen to it repeatedly. Well, please go on my YouTube after this session. It will be there. Also on LinkedIn. This is going to be saved on my LinkedIn page, and you can watch. I think on X too, it's going to be there, and you can watch, right? My YouTube is Sam Adeyemi TV. Sam Adeyemi TV. Sam Adeyemi TV. Bolaji is asking, I just concluded a master's degree. Now, we're going to shut down, right? 3 minutes max, and we'll be gone. I just concluded a master's degree in agribusiness innovation. I have searched for a job, but I didn't. I don't know what to do. You have to apply what you studied. Your master's degree is in innovation in the area of agriculture, business in agriculture. I think the situation is telling you something. Maybe you're not supposed to be searching for a job. What can you do? Which product can you sell? What can you create? If not create, at least find and sell. What do people need that you can offer? It's the essence of education, right? Do you know that an expert said recently, a former LinkedIn executive said recently that the 9-to-5 job will be dead by 2035. And experts are discussing it. Management experts are discussing it. 2035, he said the 9-to-5 job will be dead. You say, so what will people be doing? Freelancing. You will have to see yourself as an entrepreneur, as a business person. So, because people are not going to need you morning till evening anymore. They will just need you maybe 2 or 3 hours in the week. So then you will have to offer your services here for 3 hours, there for 2 hours, there for 3 hours. And you will even make, I promise you'll make more money per hour than you would if you were working full-time somewhere. So let's get into the flow, right? Especially because of what you studied. Agribusiness innovation, oh my God. There are billions waiting for you. There are billions waiting for you in whatever currency you can think about. So please focus your mind more on entrepreneurship. Go online, go on YouTube. There are thousands and thousands of videos that will help you there. How do I start a business? How can I find a business to start? And you know the amazing thing? Go to ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT who you are, what you did, the qualifications you have, where you live, and ask what are the opportunities for me to do business. You will be amazed what ChatGPT will give you. That's the power of AI. All right. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Some of us came for the first time, right? If it's your first time ever, thank you for joining us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Has this been useful? I want to have an idea if this was really helpful to someone. If it was helpful, can you help me to type Y? Letter Y, right? The alphabet Y in the chat room for yes. Y for yes. If this was helpful, so that I can be encouraged to come back next week. Just a joke. I'm going to be here, whatever happens. Oh my God, I got a rush of Ys. Oh, with just 5, I would have been okay, but there's a whole lot more than that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I pray for God to give you wisdom. I pray for God to help you, to show you favor, right? To give you new visions and dreams, and to help you to turn your dreams into reality. Our world needs great leadership right now. So right where you are, begin to influence people positively, love them genuinely, have empathy, desire for people's lives around you to improve, desire for your organization to be successful, desire for your boss to be very successful, okay? And you'll have some exciting stories to share. We'll meet again same time next week. Wherever you are, remember the Shift Conference, register right away. The Shift Conference is September 13. If you are outside of North America, then please watch out for our announcement for registering for the live streaming. And remember, we also have scholarships for students. Grab your slot as fast as you can. If you live in the DMV area or you're in North America, you're a college undergrad or high school student, and you can make your way to the College Park Marriott next week, Saturday. Grab your seat. A big thank you again to our sponsors for the Shift Conference. Remember the BLA in Calgary. If you are in Calgary or anywhere near there, from Winnipeg to Edmonton to Regina, grab your seat and let's do one day together that will be unforgettable for a long time. And if you are a founder or CEO, you want that exclusive one where you have high net worth individuals in the room, join us in Dubai at the C-Suite retreat. Thank you, everyone. Have a very restful evening, a very refreshing sleep tonight. And if it's morning already at your end in Australia or afternoon, then enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, everyone, and bye for now.
That point where you make up your mind is where your life changes. That's where a poor man becomes a rich man. That's it. That's where failure changes to success. It is your decision, not your condition, that determines your destiny. Whatever you are seeing and hearing, I promise you will not live your life the same.
Leadership is not a day's job, it's a daily job. It takes time to change the mindset.
The human mind functions like a camera, and any image that is established on the film or memory card is what is printed out for you on the postcard. Whatever picture it finds in your heart and mind is what it prints out for you in real life.